Southeast Texas. This is Joy Richard. I'm here with 1813 TV. We are at the Crazy Cajun, 2310 North 11th Street. And let me tell you, they've got a Super Bowl sampler that is on sale for $6.99. They've got a pound of crawfish starting at $6.99 and a $20 bucket of beers. So you need to come down and eat up for Super Bowl. It is Southeast Texas. Thank you for joining us. I wanted to introduce DC, who's with us.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm DC NORTHCUTT. Thank you for joining us.
And our other partner, Eric Park.
Hey, Golden Triangle, Eric Wayne Park. Happy to be here with y'all.
So we are embarking on Super Bowl 55, less than 24 hours away from kickoff. It is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. So my first question, will Tom Brady throw deep and will he be successful, guys?
That is a very good question. At this point, I guess it's kind of a toss-up, man. I don't really see Brady possessing, I guess, the arm strength to throw like that anymore. He is 43 years old. Judging by the 3 interceptions he threw against Green Bay in the NFC Championship game, my best guess is if he wants to win, he better stick to a short yardage passing game.
Yeah, everybody thinks that, and I will say this. When he throws the ball down the middle of the field deep, he's been having problems because the defense has been getting inside push on him. But when you've seen him throw that ball deep to Scotty Miller on the outside at the end of the first half again in the NFC Championship game, what happened? They scored a TD.
Yep.
So that just goes to show you when he needs to and when it has to be done, he does it, man. I mean, that's what Tom Brady does. He changed my opinion whenever I seen him make that throw. Also, I've seen him make it to Mike Evans. That's what the Tampa Bay offense is kind of built around in the system that they run is they like to throw the ball down the field. So if they're going to win this game, he's going to have to be able to do that. He's going to have to be able to confuse those defensive backs, look them off, get them to the middle of the field, and then throw deep to the outside.
The thing about Tom Brady is everything he does great. He's been in these games so many times, and he's always going to pull out all the stops. And people have to realize that. We've seen Brady do some great things in the Super Bowl. This is his stage. This is his forte. This is the game that he performs the most in. So I guess you could say that he could potentially go deep. I mean, I wouldn't count on it though. I wouldn't count on it.
The key to that is there's a key issue there, and it's going to be the offensive line. If that offensive line gives him the time to throw the ball and help him to, like I said, look off the defenders, because that takes time. You get that defender focus one way based off your vision, with the way you're looking on the field, and then you look them off and you go to the outside. So it's going to be interesting. I'm anxious to see it. He will but he has the tendency to throw interceptions when he throws the ball deep. That's where his problem is going to come. If he does have any issues, any problems, it's going to be if he tries to throw it deep down the middle, I feel.
Can the Bucs slow down the track star speed that they've got? What do you think?
My answer to that question is no. You're dealing with Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, McCole Hardman, and you got a tight end in Travis Kelce, who's pretty quick himself. My best answer to that is no. Tampa Bay has not seen an offense as fast as Kansas City's all year. These guys are quick.
Except for Kansas City. That's going to be the key issue. They played Kansas City in Week 12, and they burned them numerous times, and it was all Tyreek Hill. So I'm looking for the Tampa Bay defense to focus on Tyreek Hill, make that be their priority to not beat them. I think that's what they're going to do. And with that being said, it's going to come up to McCole Hardman and Kelce and Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins is kind of questionable. He's coming in with an injury. So it remains to be seen whether he's going to be able to have the production that he's had in the past. If he does, then Tampa Bay's in trouble. They really are. Because, man, they got some track stars out there. They got them jets, man, and they can go. So Tyreek Hill's just I think they're going to have to use jet sweeps, use confusion with the Tampa Bay defense as far as pre-snap when they're making their when Patrick's making his reads.
Yep.
If he can confuse that defense with motions and having guys move into the slot and create a mismatch, that's how they create the mismatches with Tyreek Hill. That's how they do it.
They don't call Kansas City's receiving corps the Legion of Zoom for nothing. We've heard of the Legion of Doom, the Legion of Doom from Seattle. Now you got the Legion of Zoom. These guys are fast. They're really fast.
Can the Chiefs overcome the devastating loss of Eric Fisher, their left tackle?
Eric Fisher is a pretty big loss, man. He started 15 of the 16 games for Kansas City, and you're replacing him with Mike Rimmers. This could be a bit of a problem for Kansas City because Tampa Bay's two best defensive players have completely annihilated reserve offensive linemen this year.
Yeah.
And Shaquille Barrett and Jason Pierre-Paul.
Yeah, JPP and Barrett, they're a different animal as far as outside rushers. They're top 5 in the league as far as beating their whoever they put in front of them, they beat those guys. And when they make it past them, they're creating havoc as far as that's what's causing the turnovers that the Tampa Bay defense is taking advantage of. So Mike Rimmers, the last time he was in this position, he played for Carolina in the Super Bowl when they played the Broncos, and Von Miller annihilated him.
Yes.
Matter of fact, I think he was the MVP of the game just because of what he did against Mike Rimmers. So maybe he can use that as a learning experience and turn it around. Andy Reid's pretty good coach as far as helping out his guys, maybe bringing them back into the backfield and chipping the guys when they go. If they feel it's either Barrett or Pierre-Paul, that's their main focus is the defender that's going to get, cause problems for them. It's a bad situation. I hate to see that it happened because Eric Fisher's the first overall pick.
Oh,
for him,
sure. I mean, it's always rough whenever you lose an offensive lineman, but it's even worse whenever you lose an offensive lineman for the Super Bowl. Those guys are so important when they're in the trenches.
Yeah.
I mean, you want your starting offensive lineman to be in a game like
They
this.
are bringing in Wisniewski to play for him. He's going to play the right tackle position. He started out with the Steelers. He's a pretty stout offensive lineman. He's no slouch. So they do have experience. So that's going to be the key factor, I think, in this game.
Mitchell Schwartz is a good center, too.
Yes, yeah.
Their center, Mitchell Schwartz, is really good.
He puts them in the right positions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they're not no slouches, but I think that's going to be the key in the game right there. I think that's what's going to have decide whether Kansas City wins the game or not, whether they can stop them outside rushers.
All right, guys, my burning question of the hour is going to be, will the running backs just take over and annihilate the night, or is this going to be a wide receiver showdown?
I see the receivers outshining the running backs. I mean, there's some big-name running backs for both teams. You got Damian Williams, Clyde Hiller-Edwards, and Le'Veon Bell, who are all three of the Chiefs running backs. So there's a lot of big-name running backs on both teams, but I see the receivers showing out. These are two quarterbacks that are going to want to throw the ball. They're not going to be worried about running the ball, but we could be surprised.
You can't be one-sided in this game, though. You cannot be. You have to be balanced. You have to have a balanced offense.
Yes.
And with that being said, you got to run the ball, man. You have Ronald Jones and LaShawn McCoy, Fournette. Those are outstanding running backs you have for Tampa Bay. Like you said on the other side, KC running backs, they're no slouch. And I think KC has to run the ball. Kansas City Tampa Bay mostly is a passing team, though. They haven't run the ball very well. They're 28th in the league in rushing this year, and I think no team has won the Super Bowl in the past 20 years that's been, averaged under 95 yards a game, and they average 94 yards a game rushing. So Tampa Bay's kind of been one-sided. I think that's the reason Kansas City could win the game. That could be.
Oh, yeah.
So I think the running backs could shock some people, Joey.
It's kind of baffling. It's kind of baffling that Kansas City's 28th in the league in rushing with all the running backs they have. They have a lot of running backs in their stable.
They didn't really take advantage of that until the playoffs. They really started running the ball a little bit better in the playoffs because they have that line. They got a good line. Kansas City, they've been a balance. That shocks people, but I think that could be the deciding factor. So I think a running back could be the star of the game. Hey. I like the rookie for KC.
I like Clyde.
He can catch the ball out the backfield. He can he can do all kinds of things. That's what could put the Tampa Bay defense in an uncomfortable position.
And you can't forget about Le'Veon Bell. Who can forget about him?
Yeah, he's questionable now. He's got a little injury, but he wants to play in the game. He's never played in the Super Bowl.
Of course, Damian Williams was a running back last year.
Yes, yeah.
He's really good.
He stood out in the Super Bowl last year. He ran the ball real well. He's fast. Dude's fast, man.
Oh, yeah.
Well, guys, I personally feel that it is going to be a wide receiver night. They are going to dominate, and this is going to be one of the highest scoring games of all Super Bowls in the past 55 years. So we have to talk about the halftime show, right? When the weekend takes the stage, there's going to be more cardboard cutouts versus live people in the audience. Only 22,000 people are going to be in attendance, and 7,500 of them are going to be vaccinated health workers. That's just insane to me. Last year, when Shakira and J-Lo took the stage, they had 102 million viewers. This year, I bet that will double with the TV audience being at home. So guys, just real quick, have your predictions changed from last week with the final predictions?
No, my Super Bowl prediction has not changed. I am going with Kansas City 100% all the way. Patrick Mahomes is going to have a huge game, probably bigger than he did last year.
Yeah.
And he's going to win Super Bowl MVP. Chiefs 49-42.
Defense has been key for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this postseason, and as I've gotten more insight into the game and with them offensive linemen being hurt, I think the two outside rushers are going to take advantage. I look for terrific Tom, man, to get another one. I hate to say it, get a set. You gotta have one for each. You gotta have a ring for each day of the week. 7. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna go with the final prediction. It's gonna be 35-34.
But spoiler alert, Mahomes is getting another one. He's getting another one.
All right, guys, that's a wrap. 24 hours till kickoff of Super Bowl 55. I know I'm gonna be watching. You better too. Take care, Southeast Texas, and have a great evening.